Tropical Storm Debby made its second landfall early this morning in South Carolina before moving into North Carolina. As a result, one person was killed when a tornado touched down in Wilson County, 50 miles east of Raleigh. Now, this is video you see right here of the house where a man died after the second floor collapsed onto the first.
And let's take you outside now with a live look at Charlotte, where Debby's impacts are being felt. You can see the wind shaking the camera just a little bit right now, and those dark clouds are lingering very low in the sky, covering up the top of some of those buildings.
We have live team coverage of the storm's effects. Later in the newscast, we will have a live report from South Carolina.
But first, we begin with Chief Meteorologist Jason Boyer. And Jason, how long could we see the effects from Debby?
Yeah, here in the mountains in Upstate, it will linger for a few more hours at least. We'll probably start to see an end of the rain as we get past sunset and move into the early overnight. Right now, some heavy rain, though, showing up in yellow and orange right over the foothills down I-26 into the Upstate. It caused some problems down into the Upstate today. We got a flash flood warning that's still out until 6 o'clock this evening for Cherokee County and Spartanburg County in the Upstate. That's where there has been some flooding. And look at how many more flash flood warnings are going on right now across the state, all along I-40. It is a mess. Greensboro, Winston-Salem, back into the foothills. We got the center of circulation just east of Charlotte. It took a little bit of a jog to the northwest earlier this morning. That pushed some of the rain farther west, and we got a little bit in Asheville, but not much. Right now, it's a tropical depression. It's weakening, but it's still a very dangerous storm as flash flooding will continue to be a problem. Look at how much is added up here. We're talking 5, 7, 9, 10, even a foot plus down here closer to Wilmington when it comes to rainfall. We've picked up about 4 to 6 inches outside of Charlotte in the metropolitan area there, and even at the airport they have over 4 inches of rain causing some big problems. Say goodbye to the storm though quickly as it moves into Virginia overnight and races its way all the way into New England by the weekend and then into Canada before the weekend is through, and it will be long gone. So we'll say good riddance in many cases. Now, we could see some showers again, even erupt tomorrow, but this is not directly related to Debby. It'll just be daytime heating that could create some pockets of heavy rain. We'll talk more about that, and I'll show you how the weekend plays out coming up in just a bit.
Now back to Wilson County, where that confirmed tornado destroyed several other structures, including a middle school. This is some drone video that shows that significant damage. You can see the roof was destroyed and debris scattered along the lawn. Governor Roy Cooper said the 6th and 7th grade classes are devastated, and the 8th grade area is basically untouched. School administrators are working on a plan to make sure kids can get to class without too much disruption. Governor Roy Cooper has increased the number of National Guard activated to 374, with the threat of even more tornadoes and flooding.
The state has also activated swift water rescue teams from across North Carolina to deal with the flooding from heavy rain from Debby. And that includes teams from the Asheville Fire Department and Henderson County. The Henderson County team was staging in Bladen County, but today was deployed to Cumberland County to help with the flooding near Fayetteville.
So right now our team is split up into 2 different areas. We've got 7 people in Spring Lake and then 7 of us down here in Beaver Dam. And it's right now the rain is kind of subsided. We're in a quiet point. We've got some sun and able to get out and do some recon of the area.
Right now, 32 counties have states of emergency declared. We expect there will probably be more as this storm moves north and west.
And Governor Roy Cooper started his stay in Kinston at the North Carolina National Guard Armory. He met with emergency crews. He thanked the first responders, and the governor also urged people to take precautions against the storm. He also says to follow the guidance from state and local emergency management officials. As Debby moves further from the low country, one county is totaling the damage. Fire and Rescue is reporting some of the county experienced nearly 20 inches of rain.
The Green Pond area, which includes the Neals community, took on more than 17 inches of rain and remains partially underwater. News 13's Justin Berger, life jacket and all, is live for us there. Justin, how's it going?
It's going, Holly. This is Price Bridge Lane, and I'm paddling through somebody's backyard right now. This is Horseshoe Creek, which is normally 8 to 10 feet deep. Rain from Debby has caused it to double its depth in some places, pushing water into the yards here. It's not the only area here in Colleton County suffering water-related woes. Even the animals are wearing life preservers.
It comes up and down, but never seen it quite this bad.
Why? Because Debbie's deluge drenched Colleton County. Ireland Creek in Walterboro.
On a normal basis, you can drive in the parking lot, but as of today, this is crazy. This ain't even swim weather. It's past swim weather. You need a boat.
You would need a boat. Ireland Creek rose to 10.71 feet on Wednesday afternoon. It's the worst Andy Anderson can recall.
This one here just lasted a lot longer, where as before it would come up and go down the next day or the day after that, but this has been going on since, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday.
Disaster. They got to find a better drain system. The guys in the city got work to do.
20 minutes southeast, Edward Road, incomplete. Runoff from Debby eating through the soil. Down the road, on the banks of Horseshoe Creek, more of the same. This is the backyard of a neighborhood home Monday afternoon. By the time Debby was done, the backyard became a swimming pool. The good news in Colleton County, Fire and Rescue is reporting there have been no injuries related to Tropical Storm Debby.
Shocked, amazed, thankful that ain't nobody trying to swim in it or drive in it, so you got some ignorant people.
The water here in Horseshoe Creek might get a little higher, nearby homeowners tell us, but will eventually recede back to where it belongs. Until then, you know where to find us. I'm Justin Berger, live in Colleton County.
And now your News 13 Skywatch weather.
You really got to feel for those folks that are dealing with so much flooding. We have been much more fortunate, thankfully, here in the mountains so far. Now, there is a little bit of flooding to talk about, but that's well east of Asheville. Right now, our Hunter Subaru Skycam network shows us the streets are dry in Waynesville, also Highlands, and even Asheville has seen a little bit of rain, but more of a damp feel down in Hendersonville, where we've had some showers most recently, and it's cooled you off to 68 degrees there. Take a look at the sharp cutoff. We knew there was going to be a cutoff around I-26, and boy, it shows up pretty well here. If you go east of I-26, that's where the totals really go up impressively high in parts of Rutherford County, Burke County. We've seen 2 to 3 inches of rain in some spots over Spartanburg County, estimated around 5 inches of rain causing the flash flooding that's down there now, and about a half an inch around Greenville, whereas Asheville didn't see much at all. We still have the chance of picking up a few more showers, but notice the radar is starting to break up some of the solid shield of rain that we had over the northern upstate as some drier air tries to work in. But really the heaviest is going to stay east, and it's really this area in the foothills, McDowell, Burke, Rutherford County, over to Caldwell County. That's where we have issues in some spots. Flash flooding is occurring along I-40 towards Morganton, Valdez, and down I-26 and I-85 down into Spartanburg and Cherokee County. Still a flash flood warning there too, so avoid any flooded areas. We knew it wasn't going to be a big wind maker, Debby that is, but it did have a gust around 50 miles per hour in Charlotte earlier. Gastonia about 46, and Asheville picked up some gusty winds this afternoon. Boy, the rain though is just prolific. Look at the amounts. Now that the rain has ended in South Carolina, the totals are just astonishing. Didn't reach state record level, but we're talking 14, 15, all the way above 17 inches in some spots just outside of Charleston. So it was a major, major issue. All right, the rain wraps up later on tonight. There's 11 o'clock. Most of it's gone. And as the system pulls into Virginia tomorrow, we will dry out a little more, get some sunshine going, but also a stray shower or thunder shower cannot be ruled out late in the afternoon and early evening. Notice some of the rain might even fall back over the upstate tomorrow late in the day, but most of us will stay dry tomorrow. Then just partly cloudy on Saturday. A stray shower or thunder shower cannot be ruled out. Looks like we might see some better chances of rain again south into the upstate Saturday, and then we'll just stay with that theme into Sunday. Strongest winds again will be pushing away from us overnight tonight as we see most of the wind gusts slowly slacken a little more, but we'll have them between about 15 to 20 miles per hour through the day tomorrow. All right, temperatures tomorrow will be warm. Hey, with the sunshine returning, we're pushing into the 80s, well into the 80s, and we'll even put some 90s out there for you in the foothills and upstate. It's going to be hot.